be able to hear you?
Yeah, you'll hear me in here.
Hi, guys.
Oh, yeah, I forget you can hear. We're getting ready, y'all, to go live in like 1 minute. I can't see who. Damon, I don't need you to be joining. Damon, I need you to be coming on down to the building.
Be here.
Damon, I need you to get here. Oh, microphone. Who's that? I can't see. Oh, I need to have glasses on. Togo, I think I see that. Is that? Oh, Randy, hey girl.
5 seconds.
5 seconds. What's up, Milwaukee? It's your girl, Iberia, and you're tuned in to Saved and the City. I'm so excited to be here. I'm so happy to be here. That's like, yeah, that's Eddie Murphy reference, so yeah, go ahead and check out Coming to America. That was a real bad accent. I'm sorry about that, guys, but you know, sometimes I feel it in my spirit, yes. So anyway, wow, this is show 2. Oh my God, we're back, we're here, and I'm live too. I'm live on Facebook, so if you guys aren't able to tune in the coming weeks, make sure you just follow me live on Facebook, and you'll be able to kind of see the show live. So I'm so excited again for just everything that's just kind of coming together. Got to give some shout outs and some thank yous to all my guests last week, to my guest host, Dr. Chevalier Wilson. Oh my gosh, she was so amazing. You guys can't see me right now, but my hair is fabulous. And it would not be so fabulous without Taz Style. So shout out to Taz. When she's in the city, she's definitely hooking a girl up. She's from Atlanta to Milwaukee at least twice a month doing her thing. I'm so excited that she blesses this head. You know, sometimes you need somebody to scratch out your head with ailing. And I'm not really beat down today with my face, you know, but shout out to Manielle, who always gets me together. Montreal, who isn't here, but is the constant support through the Saved in the City effort. Shout out to Latia Tillman, who won the Blaine tickets last week and was able to go and see the play down at the Performing Arts Center. So shout out to her. And again, it's just been an amazing experience. I've been listening to you guys. Thank you guys for all of the feedback. You said there was too many breaks, so we took out the breaks this week. So hopefully that goes well. But I'm looking for all of your feedback, so make sure you let me know. So wow, can we jump right into Hot Topics? And I want to introduce you to my guest host today. I'm so excited to have her here. She's been a friend of mine, and then later found out she was actually family, really my entire life. And we knew each other from church, and then we've just kind of grown and cultivated a friendship and a business relationship. And so without further ado, I want to present to you guys Johanna Duckworth. Say hello to the folks.
Good morning in Radio Land.
Yes, in Radio Land. Look at us, girl. We was first on the phone, and now we on the radio. Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
So tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do. She's so fabulous. It's like, 8 o'clock in the morning, honey. She's wrapped down, got this cowboy hat on. Yes, she is ready. Talk to the folks about who you are.
So my name is Johanna Duckworth, and really it always is about accessories for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm an image consultant and wardrobe stylist, and so 2 different things, but I can do them both, thank God. And so what I really do is focus on helping people create an image, the image that they want to project to the world. What do you want to say? What kind of statement do you want to make? And so I look at things from that perspective, and I'm a believer. I'm a woman of God.
Yes.
First, I belong to God, and so my perspective is a little bit different than some other people that are in the industry. But I love it all the same, and so I'm grateful that God has given me a creative gift and an ability to be able to create visually.
That's so awesome, and especially I kind of talked about last week. You know, the whole premise of Saved in the City is how do you live your life, and how do you just be who you are, even when you would decide to accept the call. And whether that's a call to a specific ministry or whether that's just a call to just walking with God. You know, everyone isn't called to the pulpit. Some people is called to the sewing machine. Yes. You know, that, you know, you may have an anointment, and I said anointment with a T, you may have an anointment to sew, and that's all right. And that, I mean, you can be blessed and you can minister that way, right, Joe?
Absolutely. You know, the Bible talks about us being adorned. You know, we're not just to be adorned naturally, but spiritually as well, equipped spiritually to do the work of, that's right, to do the work of Christ. But as we know in this day and age, we have to wear clothes, right? We can't
be naked.
Right. And we don't do fig leaves and Jerusalem sandals. So, you know, there's a way in which we have to present ourselves. And so I think that there are definitely people that need to be believers in the area of apparel. Why not? You know, research indicates that you have 7 seconds to make a first impression. And so with that 7 seconds, what are you saying? What are you communicating to the world? And so you need to be very intentional, is my belief.
Wow. That kind of segues us into kind of some of the things that we wanted to talk about today. We got cut so short last week with Dr. Chevalier talking about etiquette, how to dress, what to wear, what not to wear. And I said, you know, we got to keep on this topic, and I think that's just so fitting, kind of what we're talking about. Now, there was a young woman, and for those of you who are not a part of the Saved in the City group on Facebook, you need to be a part, because that's how you're able to connect and see the different things that we're talking about. But there's a singer, and her name is Only One Harmony. And, I really hate to be in a place of judgment. That's not what I want to do or what I want to be as a believer. But I'm not afraid to bring up a topic for us to have a discussion about it. And, and we'll see kind of what God says about it. But anyway, the singer Only One Harmony, she sung at a church called Riverside Church in New York last year. And you guys can't see this, so I'll try to describe it as best as I can. There is a woman standing in front of an altar, literally with a cross in the back. Baby, when I tell you she got on some stockings and a swimming suit, that's pretty much all she got on. And it's sparkly. So she's fabulous in her swimming suit in front of the church. But Johanna, look at this picture. Is this appropriate? And I mean, she got on some I don't know what kind of shoes those are, but.
Yeah, well, it actually looks like she has on a leotard. And it's performing clothes. It's performing.
It looks like something Beyonce would wear.
Yes, absolutely.
But not at the church. Even Beyonce would have been covered neck down.
Yeah, so clearly she missed the memo as far as the attire for the location. And so this is one of the things that I want to say is that, a lot of times we think that if something is trending and it's popular, we can wear it anywhere and everywhere. And so what we have to realize is that the images that we see on television and in videos and in magazines, many times they're entertainment. And so because that's entertainment, it does not translate well all the time into everyday life. And so it's very important, from an image perspective, that you take into account the places that you're going and make the decision. Be forward thinking, and what is my audience? Who's going to be there? And what do I want to project to the crowd? And so maybe she wanted to project, hey, come as you are. There's kind of a saying in the body.
But not with a swimming suit bottom.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give her the benefit of this doubt, and really it's more doubt.
Serious. I love that she's trying.
Yeah, she's trying, but
no, I'm saying that you're trying to give her some.
Oh yeah, well,
no shade, but baby, let me tell you, you need to sit down with a swimming suit bottom on. But no, seriously,
she missed it.
But that's because we don't have good mentors in our life, and it's so important, I think, really for women who know better to be able to speak to women who may not know better in love. But I think then you come to the point to say, really, who knows best?
I have something to say about that. So I agree with this statement as far as definitely the Bible speaks about the older women teaching the younger generation, and so I think that the younger generation has to be in a place to receive it, right? Mm-hmm. So they have to know that, in some instances that there's some things that the seasoned women know. We want to save you from some of the headache and heartache that we've been through, and some of that is judgment, and so. I just think it's about saying it in the right spirit, right, in the right way, but then also having a heart to receive it.
I agree, and here's the thing, though. So somebody has to be accountable, and somebody has to be the example. So if it's the case that we can't depend on the world as Christian people and believers to set the example for us, when we're dealing with Christian celebrities. For instance, Erica Campbell, Yolanda Adams, Kiara Sheard, or whoever, may be in the limelight. How important is it for them to set the example? A lot of people had issues with Erica Campbell. We talked a little bit about her last week, and the infamous white dress. When she's covered literally from head to toe, she's curvy. So certain things she's not going to be able to cover. But how important is it for Christian artists and people who are in the limelight to have a certain look and image?
I think it's very important. I think that we live in a day and time where style definitely plays a part in...
Do you think her dress is acceptable?
I think it depends on where she's going. She's a beautiful woman. She's a curvy woman, which many, sisters are these days. Most of us were born like that, right? Like our aunts, we look in the mirror at our aunties, our mothers, our grandmothers, like that's how they look. And so we live in a day and time where people are, we still want to be modest, but at the same time, our hem lengths are rising, right? We're wearing a little bit of spandex in the dress.
My hem length is rising.
And so, do I think it's appropriate?
And I've lost my oil. That's a play.
Do I think it's appropriate? I would say yes, but what I will say is that as a woman, we have to be very conscious about what we have.
Yes.
Right?
We do.
We have to be very conscious about our curves, we have, because in the end, we don't want to be a stumbling block to anybody. We don't want to be a distraction to anybody, brother or sisters, right? Because sometimes the sisters get distracted from the other sisters. And so we don't want to do that, right? Well,
sometimes you think you look good in your distraction. And really the distraction be like, I can't even focus on the Lord because you look a mess.
Absolutely. I mean, and clearly it's not the case for
not for her.
Erica
She was
Campbell.
fabulous.
She's a beautiful woman. But would I recommend her wearing this to church on Sunday morning?
No,
absolutely not. I mean, I would just say no, because it's just in my mind's eye. It's not appropriate. I don't care if it is a turtleneck dress.
So this is what she said, because I had to do research on this a little while back, and this is what she said. She said that in the church we need a standard of sexy. Is that a big deal? Like, I was like, wow. She said in the church we need a standard of sexy. And she said, she didn't pretty much say she was that standard, but pretty much she said she was that standard. And what she was saying is that little girls don't have anything to look up to. So they see either the extreme or the person with the dress all the way down to her ankle looking a hot mess. So she said we need a medium.
That's her opinion. She's entitled to it. I disagree with probably the word sexy and church together. I would probably say in the church, in the church we need a standard of femininity. We need a standard of what we can do as believers to look great and feel great. And that looks different for different people. I think we need to keep that in mind. So, a mother of the church obviously would not wear that, right?
But then, what you wearing?
Right, but then also we live in a day and time where we're connecting with people that are unchurched, and so how they come into the church is going to be different. But I think that they can know that, hey, I can be trendy, I can be beautiful, but there's a way in which I can do it. And so I think that there's a fine line there.
Yeah.
And so we have to use wisdom and discernment when doing it. But I do not think that when you're getting dressed for church in the morning or for any church event, you should be thinking sexy.
Oh yeah, that should not be in your mind.
That's, in my opinion, that should not be in your mind. You should have a different.
Like, you shouldn't be like, "Ooh, I look sexy. I'm ready for praise and worship."
Yeah.
No, That should not be your thought
Or look
process.
in the mirror front and back like, yeah, this is sexy. I think I'm ready. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think that's the wrong frame of mind.
But come on, they in there trying to catch. That's really the problem. Most folk in the church, like, okay, let me catch my husband real quick with this tight white dress on.
Yeah, whole nother conversation.
That's a whole nother conversation. Not today. But we got about a minute left before we go to our first song. I'm so excited that we have an amazing artist in our studio today, and Courtney Epps Howard. Oh my God, we're gonna go to the song in about a minute. And but what I want you to do, I think we do have a few people left on Facebook Live. If you type in a scripture about etiquette, a scripture about how to dress or modesty in some way, then we will give you something. And I'll let you know what that something's going to be when we come back. I have to think about it. I was like, I don't have tickets this week. But we're going to work it out. So give me a scripture. Give me a scripture or a scripture on etiquette or a scripture on modesty or on how to dress. Or what does the word say about how we should dress?
Yes, who's been in their Bible?
Who's been in their word? We're going to find out today. Yeah, so we'll be back in about 3 minutes. Let's hear that song get done. What should I give away? I can think about it. I'll buy it. I'll give away even if my mom says no. I'll take it from you. And then even if she don't want to do it, I'll just buy it. We got to see if somebody comes with a scripture. Oh yeah, dang, I do that. Oh, yeah, and then Courtney, you come up. Your mom's going to switch out. I got to do better than I suppose. I'll listen back to the show. It's still going. I want to see. No, it's going to go. He's going to come up, but the song will play out. Yeah. She's going to move out the way and he's going to come over here. Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah. This is my favorite song now.
Really?
This is Pandora Cousin. All her whole family. I'm like, come on, y'all.
Put these on?
No, not because I didn't know how to do it. I'll do it next week.
Okay.
Trying to see if somebody knows scripture. Oh, dang. I thought we was back. But not yet. Let's play out. Oh, somebody gave a scripture.
They did.
I'm not going to be able to see it. What scripture? Just tell me the top scripture.
Deuteronomy 22:5.
And then who's that? Brandy Deshay? Okay.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 22, was it?
Mm-hmm.
22:5?
I believe so.
Okay. Don't worry about it. I said Deuteronomy 22.
They can hear you say that.
She said Deuteronomy 22:5?
No, I'm saying they can hear you say that.
Not yet.
No, they can.
Oh, they can. I forgot about that. It's live.
Right. Where you get this stand from? That is nice.
This is the jam.
Alright, it's gonna go on. Yeah, Courtney, make sure you're speaking to the crown of the mic. So, you know what I'm saying?
Like right here?
Yeah, right on in there.
So did I do that? Could you hear me?
You was in there. I didn't really.
Was, too.
And we're back. Oh my God, that's like my favorite song right now. It's called "New in Him." You hear that? Thank you. And you like, who is that? We ain't even introduce him yet. But we're going to talk to him in a few minutes. Courtney Epps Howard is amazing. But before we start talking to Courtney, I got to give a shout out to Brandy Dashay. She was the first person that came in with the scripture on etiquette and how we're supposed to dress. Thank you, Brandy. So you win a cake from Mima's Kitchen. It's going to be an amazing, amazing cake. So let me know what kind you want. You can choose from caramel or pound, and we'll get that over to you. You already know I taste, girls, so you in there. So, wow, thank you guys for listening to Hot Topics. And shout out, oh my God, to Johanna Duckworth. Did you guys love her? I know I do. So I definitely gotta have her come back for another segment of Hot Topics in the very, very near future. But it's really important for us to know, how are we supposed to dress? What's appropriate, what's not appropriate. Let's judge ourselves. We don't need nobody else to judge. Let's hold our own selves accountable. So anyhow, again, the song that you heard is called New in Him, and it is by Courtney Epps Howard, and I am so blessed to have him right in the studio with me. Say what's up to the people, Courtney.
How you doing, Saints?
Yes.
How you doing?
Oh, he's so holy. Come on for the Saints. Yes. Y'all, you gonna stir me up now.
Hey. Oh, my.
Yes, my mama. Yes, y'all can't see, but I'm giving them the holy back rub.
We'll have church right here in the studio.
Oh my God, Courtney. I don't even know where to begin. Courtney used to be in if anybody knows, Pandora has been one of my best friends forever. It was just also his auntie, and he used to be in the hair shop, just singing. And Iberia, what about this run? What you think about this? Let me sing it again. And I was like, you good? Can I get lessons? And then now it's just like I'm so humbled by him and the anointing that is on his life to do music and to do ministry. He's such an amazing man of God. Talk about the album. Where did it come from? The inspiration. And was this your first album?
Well, this was my first EP. I actually didn't. I wrote like parts of it, but for the most part, there's a guy named Jarvis Red. He wrote it. But this is what happened though. I asked God. I said, Lord, I don't want to just work with anybody, and I don't want nobody just writing me just anything.
Yeah, no.
Lord, send me somebody that's gonna write some stuff that's gonna speak the sentiments of my heart. And for some reason, he saw fit to do that. And Jarvis, man, it's like he went inside my chest.
Wow.
And illustrated everything that I was feeling. Like David's heart. When you hear that, it's like, man, that's my sentiments exactly.
That's my other one. I love it. And so on top of, just the music in itself, you minister as well. Yeah. And then I think that was your album release party. So you pulled together events. Just talk about all the different things that you do and how people can access you.
Yeah. I actually love planning events. My wife helps me out a lot.
Who is also an amazing vocalist.
Good God. That girl can sing.
She sings, y'all.
She showed me what to do. So, but I like putting together events. I love planning. I love all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
You can reach me on Facebook. That's it. I ain't on Snapchat.
But that's enough.
Yeah. So hit me up on there. I'll plan your next event.
He gonna plan his next event for a cost, okay?
Yeah,
so you got to get them together because the saints will be like
I'm taking up tithes and offerings.
The saints will be like, I dreamed.
I'm gonna do that.
I had dreams. Oh my God, I'm so excited! You guys should see who's coming in the studio.
Hey, that's my family too.
Come on, fam. It is a family affair. So Courtney, how important is it though? Because as Christian artists, people are losing sight. They're just looking at Christian or gospel as a genre. But is it or is it not a walk? And if that is the case, how do you hold your own self accountable?
Oh, Father. I always make this joke that the gospel realm has been turning into the rap game. It's been turning into people beefing and
it's a mess.
All types of stuff. But you got to keep your sight on God. You got to keep your sight on Jesus. And you got to let him be your example. I'll be reading John, Matthew, all that type of stuff. Just trying to fashion myself after the word and after him, because it's so easy to get caught up in the business of things and the look of things and all that type of stuff. But I just want to be like my example, Jesus Christ.
No, exactly, and if that is the case, then you need to be set apart.
I'm telling you.
And that's what people don't realize. Just because your music may have the same beat as an R&B song doesn't mean that your lifestyle is rhythm and blues. Yeah. Your lifestyle needs to be that of worship, and people don't understand that. No matter what it is that you're doing, if you're an artist, if you're a businessman, your walk needs to be something different. People need to see something different in you. When you walk into the room, it needs to be a completely different feeling. And so it's so important. So anyhow, again, Courtney Epps Howard. Oh my God, follow him on Facebook, guys. We're going to go to another song of his. I'm so excited that he's here. Thank you so much for coming by, Saving the City. Oh my goodness.
Family.
Yes,
You are
always.
family.
So we're going to listen to Live For You. Let's go, Dave. Thank you. That's it. Oh. Yes, what's next? Okay. Oh, Kathy, where are you?
Hey.
Kathy is not here.
How y'all doing?
Kathy, see what she is?
Oh, the mom.
Oh my Lord, I'm still waking up.
I know.
Father, wake me up, Lord. Wake me up, Holy Ghost.
Gospel bread and food.
That's all the enemy
You get the gospel bread and
So what about gospel breakfast?
I've been seeing her on Facebook and stuff. But yeah, it's clowning.
Okay, Court, you can move because Kathy is going to
Okay.
come up.
Cool.
Keisha, you got a voice. I'm so excited. I could imagine. That's why I was like, oh Lord. I'm keeping her picture right in there because I'm believing God.
But yeah, working hard, trying to be
What's up, y'all? I forgot y'all was there. I'm sorry. I love everybody. Tawanda. Is that Clyde? Oh, hey. No, not right now. Because it's on the music break. I'm recording it live, yeah. So I'm looking for my guest. She ain't here. I'll just talk over. I'll just talk for 5 minutes.
Oh, you want to talk over?
No, not yet. No. Just go let it play out. I'm trying to give her a little time to get here.
No, 6:27.
So just let me know.
Yes, 1 minute, 6:27. We got another song, but you want to play that?
That's a good idea.
What? Play?
After when that one finishes, let's play the next one. Where are you, Master?
You want to introduce it?
Of last year.
No. Did you let it play?
Just let it play. I think, yeah. You work. Oh, yeah, I keep forgetting. Okay, let me move over. Okay. But that is not holy. Let me be holy unto the Lord. Hey, y'all. Get my bangs together. Salami, hey. Kia, hi, cousin. I wish you was here, Salami. I have you on my show, girl. I need to know what y'all thinking. Brandy won the cake, y'all. We gonna keep going live every my bang look big. Bigger than I thought. Okay. So what we're about to do is Milwaukee Treasures. So if you have events, I never know where to look. If you thanks, Salami. We're about to do Milwaukee Treasures. So if you guys have events that you want me to announce on the show every Wednesday, this is really dope. Be where I live. I don't have access to the show. Good, Richard. Yay. So we'll keep going live for people who don't have access to the show.
Tell them ikjjradio.org.
Oh, okay. ikjjradio.org is where you can log on and listen. And Daytona just posted the link. And make sure you tune into his show too. Drive Time
46.
Drive Time. It's called Drive Time 46. Hey, Chris. Yeah, I'm gonna get better, more structure with it. I feel like I need a hat on, right, y'all? They like it. They like when I just be like doing nothing. I'm like, oh, she's so real. Oh my God, Kathy.
Is she coming?
Where's he at? So we played the second song, but that should be enough time though. So yeah, what I was saying is Milwaukee Treasures. Oh, Brandy, you made me cry, girl. Milwaukee Treasures. Send me y'all events if you want to announce. That's all I'm saying. Thank you, Trina. Love you guys. So we got a little bit more to go. We're waiting on Kathy Harris to get here. We got Damon and Keisha Brister. If you missed them last week, it's probably because they only had a minute to talk. But they'll be back. And I'm glad they're both here. Hey, Kevin, get that music, boo. I'm trying to get you on here. Love you too. Curtis, I don't know, Curtis is on. Curtis, I see you with your new single, boo. I need my Curtis to be up on this show. Huh? Yes. It's not out yet. He was in the studio recording it, and so we heard a little of it. Whew, it's fire. You know I love Curtis.
I like 1 minute on the song.
Okay, 1 minute on the song. Ooh, y'all can't be late to the show now. Yeah, that's okay. That's why I think this live is gonna be good for people. I got records to send you. Falami, you can send it to saved and the city MKE at gmail.com. Saved in the city MKE at gmail.com. Normally it's just gospel music, but if it's clean, if it's clean music, then we can still do it. No, this one is done. What's up? Milwaukee. I felt like I was in the world. I was going to say the world. What's up, Milwaukee? I guess I might be on the world if you're listening online. I feel an international spirit in me and on me on today. But anyway, it's time for MKE. Yeah. People waving in the studio audience. See, it's TV. Look, I've seen the whole studio audience. But anyway, it's time for MKE Treasures, guys. I'm gonna come up with a theme song or something for this, so we're not just so dry when I'm reading them. But there are so many amazing things going on right here in Milwaukee, and it's just been on my heart to put the word out about positive events and positive things that are going on in Milwaukee, because the media would have us to think that this is the worst place to live. And that's not the case. There's so many things that are happening. So I'm going to read just a few of the things that have been submitted to me. And as you know, if you have events that are coming up, then just go ahead and send them to me at savedandthecitymke@gmail.com. Again, that's savedandthecitymke@gmail.com. Now, we want to keep it positive. I really probably am not going to promote club events or things like that, even though you can still have positive events in the club, but we want to just, I'm just keeping it real. This is for if you got an event, a festival, a conference, or something like that the family can go to. If you can't bring your toddler or your kid to it, well, that's not always the case either. Because it could be a women's conference and you need to get away. You guys get what I'm saying. Okay, I'll put it like this. If you send me an event and I don't announce it, it probably didn't need the qualifications. But I might have some other things in the future, and I can announce it on that. But on Saved in the City, we got to be holy unto the Lord. Okay, all right, guys. I'm being silly, but a little bit serious. All right, so let's jump to it. Pre-holiday season vendor showcase. It's open to the public. Free to shop with vendors at the Nigerian Community Conference Center, 8310 West Appleton Avenue in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. And that's on October 30th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's an evening of elegance. Make sure you go and check that out. Tonight, the Howard University Alumni Association. We are, and for those of you who don't know, I am an alumni of Howard University, and we are having a mixer this evening at a restaurant called Home at, it's down the Bayshore Town Center. I couldn't get it out, sorry guys. And that's 5750 North Port Washington Road at Home Wood-Fired Grill. And now you don't have to be an HU alum to attend. We are going to be welcoming our fellow alumni, Richard Vallet, who will be teaching a master class on for film and videography enthusiasts. And so Media Circuits, which is an organization with the mission to elevate and elevate underexposed film industry artisans, reached out to the Milwaukee Howard Alumni Association with hopes that we could just make Richard feel welcome. So if you just like connecting and networking with amazing people doing amazing things, you don't have to be an HU alumni to attend. So come and join us tonight at 8:30 at Home Wood-Fired Grill, 5750 North Port Washington Road. The Women on the Front Line is happening October 6th through the 7th, 7 p.m. nightly, and they don't have a location there. So if you go on Facebook and put Women on the Front Line, I'm sure it will pop up. Dr. Carolyn Teague will be there, Pastor Robert Randolph, Apostle Demetria Locke, and some other great things are going to be going on right there. New clients, and nail techs. This is for you. I'm so excited that Bijou Nails and Company, they're having a sip and see where you can go and kind of get a chance to learn about their learn about their nails and make sure that you're sipping on some soda. Make sure you're sipping on some water. All right, saints? No, I love this African American owned company, and this sister is doing her thing for her clients and nail tech. So make sure you check her out this Sunday, October 9th, 3 p.m. until 6 p.m. Check out Bijou Nails. And that's located at 7200 West Center Street in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Raising Our Daughters Foundation. They're going to be celebrating 100 Ladies Who Lead, and I'm really, really excited that I am one of the people that is going to be celebrated on that day, and it's happening down at My City, My Biz. So I'm really excited to have this here. So make sure you check that out. I'll tell you a little bit more about My City, My Biz and how you can get down there as well. FEMA, a youth entrepreneurship program, will also be hosting an event down at My City, My Biz. They are hosting a youth expo, so we're really excited that that's happening. There are 10 youth entrepreneurs that are going to be launching their businesses on that day. I think that's amazing. In a time where we're seeing so many people who are stabbed, shot, killed, hurt, all these types of things that are happening with our youth, and these youth are actually launching businesses. So let's go and celebrate them on Saturday, October 15th, same day as Raising Our Daughters is happening at the State Fair Park. And also My City, My Biz, Small Business Expo, it's going down again. That is on October 15th, 2016, and the doors open at 10 a.m. Christian Faith Fellowship Festival of Praise, it's going down. Make sure you check that out. October 19th, 8605 West Good Hope Road. Women of Royal Destiny Brunch, Saturday, October 22nd, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. My very own pastor will be the guest speaker for the evening. Make sure you check them out. 4303 West Villard Avenue. Free registration, again, October 22nd, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Also, I Care for Rare presents It's a Sock Hop Bowl Night. It's a fundraising event that will be held on October 23rd at 6 p.m. at Bolero Lanes, located at 11737 West Burleigh Street. Make sure you support. And the $25 includes 2 hours of bowling, shoe rental, pizza, soda, and dessert. So much going on. We're so excited. And then also, lastly, an evening of elegance with Senator Lena Taylor. And that's October 30th from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Yes, oh my gosh, so many amazing things going on in the city. Now what we're going to do is keep it going because we have Kathy Harris in the studio. She just got here. I want to say she flew in. You know, when you say you flew in, it just makes it seem real important. Kathy, I'm so glad you're here. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Are you ready?
I am.
You're going past. So let's, we've been talking, this is Milwaukee Treasures. This is a segment where we talk about community events and things that are going on. And I know you have some amazing things going on. Tell me a little bit about the comedy show that's coming up, and then we'll jump into your book.
Okay, the comedy show is going to be, it's annually. We have it every year. Every year it gets bigger and better. It's Friday, October 14th at 7 o'clock, and it's just a wonderful night, a good night out for adults only, of course.
Yes.
We do have a team set up that if you just can't find your babysitter, so, because we don't want anybody to miss it at all, you can bring your children and whatnot, and for $5 a head, they'll watch your kids for you. It's an adult crowd. We fill the room. We have a wonderful time with clean comedy. There is no admission to get in. You just pay for the food that you eat, and that's it. And we have some wonderful comedians that's lined up. We have those that deem themselves as comedians. That's their profession.
She said Dean. No, that's good. That's good.
You know,
that's good.
That's their.
Good. I thought you was throwing shade, but you wasn't.
Oh no,
you wasn't.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
And then we have extra funny people that we just ask to be a part, and you'd be amazed. Sometimes they're better than the regular comedians, but it's just going to be wonderful.
Can you name some of them?
Yep.
Do we know them?
Yeah, you might know Keisha.
Oh my God!
Keisha
I know Keisha.
Bristol.
She's coming on in a minute.
Yep, I met her this weekend, a wonderful person, and it's so funny. We were looking for another comedian, and I was actually begging her to stop. It was that funny this past weekend.
I know, I was there.
Yep.
there.
And so she,
I mean, just a natural. We were both at the same place, and it was so funny because I mean, it was funny, but at the same time, it was amazing. And I said, she's walking in her anointing and doesn't even know it. And that's the thing that, you know, really with Saving the City, what we try to do is just expose people that, just so that they know that you might not be called to the pulpit. You may be called to a comedy show. And you'll minister and bless people through your gift.
Yep, it was a wonderful, it was a nice little cap off of what we had.
Yes,
so
we can't even tell y'all about it. You do need, if you ever hear somebody talk about the encounter, I need you to go ahead and purchase your admission, because you need to go ahead and meet the Lord.
Yeah.
And we met some comedy on the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again, what's the date for that?
October 14th. Also T. Kingsby.
Oh, T. Yeah.
And Jarrell, J-Rail, and we have a number of. I don't want to mess up anybody's name.
No.
Because this year we have just a new slot of comedians,
Sure.
and usually we have like 2 or 3 of the same ones
Okay.
or whatever. So this year we just cleared the board and we're giving everybody 4 fresh new ones, and music and food and just it's just.
Did you say the location already?
It's at the Mother Daniels Conference Center on Holy Redeemer grounds.
Okay.
That's 3500 West Mother Daniels Way, and that is 1 block north of Hampton Avenue, 35th and Hampton.
Y'all know where Holy Redeemer is. Don't even play.
It's not at the church though.
But it's not at the church. It's not at the church, but you know the area. So don't be I couldn't figure it out, you know. So get there and get your laugh on. I love that you know, as Christians and as believers, we feel like we got to be so tight and so stuffy, and that's not the case. Especially if you meet me, you will learn. You're going to learn today that you can laugh. And so definitely show up, show out, support, enjoy, and get there. Especially come see Keisha. Kathy, are you going to do some comedy?
I hosted, so I just like
Okay, because Kathy funny too, y'all. You know, that's the thing. We be wearing multiple hats. Kathy is hilarious. She play bass, she sang, she writes songs, and she make folks laugh. It's awesome. And she writes books. Oh my God. So we're also here to talk about your book.
Yeah.
What's the title? I love it. I know
it's entitled "I Thought Myself Happy."
Tell me about it. How can you think yourself happy, Kathy?
Oh, Lord, it's just something that the Lord I didn't plan on writing a book. It was never a part of my agenda. I write songs and stuff like that.
And that's how he'll do it.
And so just started off one Saturday morning, wanted to just stay in and spend time with me and the Lord. Mm-hmm. And before I was done, he was like, "Pen it."
Wow.
And that's what I did. So it's a lifter. It's funny. It's sad. It's my life. I don't have a life of like It's not a No More Sheets type of book, but I'm just saying.
Well,
it's not ratchet.
Yeah.
But it is. I'm not saying that book was ratchet, but I'm just saying it's not.
that's what I'm saying. See, Kathy been throwing just little doses. See, I gotta turn my head on this. Little doses of shade. You know what? No, it wasn't shade. It wasn't shade. It wasn't shade. I'm messing with her.
I just want people to know that it's not.
Yeah, I know. What
It's a lifter and it's a song. It's a book written to everybody and not just church people.
Yeah, I love that.
So it's.
I love that, and I think, and I love too that, and I know what you were saying. I'm being silly. You know, you're saying it's not ratchet, but a lot of people feel like they don't have a testimony unless it is something that you deem to be. So I guess that's the word deem coming back. That's the word of the day. Deemed to be, explicit, or sometimes it's just I got out the bed this morning. That might just be your testimony, and that's powerful because it's going to reach a people who can say, I relate to that. So no one, a lot of times people feel like, well, no, my testimony ain't that. It's your testimony. It don't have a level of good. It's yours. And nobody can challenge that. So thank you for writing that book. And so how can people purchase it? What else, is there anything else we need to know about it? Were there co-authors or was it just you?
Sure. No, it's just me.
And the Lord.
Yeah. Believe it or not, before our week of encounter, I actually had stopped.
Wow.
I pulled it back because I experienced a period in my life where I really wasn't happy. And so when people would have me to come and talk about the book and everything, the Lord just told me, you're going to have to stop lying.
Wow.
Because I wasn't there anymore, and I had to get there, so I just stopped talking about the book, pulled it back, and so after this weekend, I spent Monday just making arrangements so that they can go head on with my agent, with Tim, with Bookmasters, to put it in the store. It'll be available at Barnes & Nobles, and they're going to start at the one at Bayshore Mall.
Yeah.
And so hopefully I'll get a signing there, and that's what they're trying to work out.
Can I come?
Yeah, I would like to invite
I want
everybody.
a book. I want a book and a sit. I want your autograph. I just want your autograph anyway.
You're funny. In the meantime, they can get it from me.
Okay.
And at my church. I don't mind giving my number.
I'm kidding.
I don't mind giving my number because it's the number that everybody
Go ahead. Give it out.
414-339-6474.
Oh my God, Kathy, I thought myself happy. And what I love, and here's the thing, guys, when God gives you something, you're going to be challenged in that area. You say, I thought myself happy, he don't, I always say it like this. You say, I want success, the world's going to say, well, okay, how bad do you want it? You're going to be challenged in that area. So you got to make sure, that you are undergirded with the word, to keep you comforted through these times, because the enemy doesn't want it to get out. He doesn't want people to know that they can think they're self-happy. But I'm so glad that you wrote the book. I'm so glad that you decided to take a step back. And I'm so glad that you decided to say, okay, now's the time to keep moving forward. Kathy, thank you so much for coming on the show. I love you. We got to do some music or something together, child.
Yep.
Daytona, I think I'm ready for the next song. If you got it, let's go. This is Courtney F. Towers. Thank you. Quick. Where are we? Okay, 46. So we'll just, so give me 55. Give me like 50. Just 1 minute.
1 minute
And then,
prior to 51 or 51 for 52? Did you see what I'm saying?
I mean, not 51. Give me 51. That's what I meant. Because I'm just going to go straight through it and I'm going to give the last minute. 59, yeah. So, Keisha and Damon. Yeah. Got a couple people on. We got tired. It was like, okay.
That's on your page?
Oh, that's my page.
Oh, okay.
People got tired. It was a lot of people. And they was like, okay, this is the whole hour. Ooh, yes, this song. Whew. This must be David's heart. good on.
He got a small voice. I'm gonna be whispering.
I put identity theft on there. I don't know if you see that, Demond. I put identity theft. Demond's not listening to me. Demond.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry.
I put identity theft on there.
Okay.
Because I'm not really sure how I'm going to word that, but that's kind of what kept dropping into my spirit when I was thinking about people not knowing who they are.
Yeah.
And that's what leads you into different lifestyles.
Yeah.
And not just, so we can talk, we want to talk about your testimony, but then we can go into other areas too. It doesn't just have to be, we can just kind of, it'd be conversational.
Okay.
And so, Keisha, when you talking to the microphone too, you make sure you get right in there, even though there's lights on somewhat. Oh, I've added hair. Or am I light skinned?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what she read.
I forgot till we was at the encounter together.
Encounter. We were encountered.
Oh, they can't hear the music. Whew. Sing, Courtney.
We should.
So I'll introduce the segment, and then I'll probably say something for you guys to share your testimony, and then we'll start the conversation that way. So you figure out who you want to talk first.
Yeah, like drive it because the testimony is like so. It's so, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
just, yeah, so
Oh, I understand. What
yeah,
you're
so
saying. Okay.
just, you know, trying to do.
Oh, I was in worship. Because that song, oh my God, David's Heart, like Courtney was talking about that earlier, and man, wow, I really love you guys. That really was awesome, really, really, really awesome song. Make sure you follow Courtney on Facebook and get his music. Oh my goodness. So anyway, we're back with our final guest for the hour. I'm so excited to have Demond and Keisha Brister back. Unfortunately, we had to cut them so short last week. We were trying to get through it through the first show, and so I said, we had to have them back because their testimony is so powerful. And so really what's been on my heart, and I was just talking to them about this when we were off, when the music was playing, was what dropped in my heart was identity theft. And it came into my spirit in a way where there's so many people out here who just don't know who they are. And they have no idea what they identify with, so they choose to identify with anything. Anything that makes them feel complete whole, makes them feel like this makes sense. So, okay, nothing else is working in my life, but this lamp look real nice over here, and it gives me light. So, you know what? I identify with a lamp. I'm going to be a lamp today. You know, that's kind of how it sounds, and I'm not trying to knock people who go through that because we deal with people like, I can't remember what her name, I think it's Rachel, I can't think of her name. But anyway, she said that she identified with being black, even though she was born to two lily white parents. Okay? Like lily, like not even like a mulatto. Get me together, guys. I feel like I'm gonna get some inboxes like, you can't say mulatto. Biracial, biracial. Like not even a biracial. Like they was Caucasian, you know, and that was the case. So anyway, and that's why I wanted to talk to Demond and Keisha today because they've had different experiences, and I want them to share their testimony. And I'll let them talk about it. You know, let's just kind of start about, you know, I guess I want to say it the right way. I guess the lifestyles you came out of, if that's the appropriate way to say it, and how you guys came together to be a beautiful married couple, power couple, who loves the Lord and who's walking in His word today.
Amen. Well, the lifestyle I came out of was homosexuality. I was a lesbian for 18 years, and God delivered me.
So did you hear the D?
Delivered.
She didn't put no T on it.
Not delivered.
So when someone say a T, I don't think that's full deliverance. I just want to make sure that y'all understood that.
Yeah, God delivered me, and speaking of identity theft, you know, I really thought that I was a man. I really thought.
Wow.
I started when I was 14 years old, and I really thought that by the time I was 18 years in the game, I really thought I was a man. When a man looked at me, I'm like, oh, he's gay. Well, something wrong with him when he tried to talk to me. So I was brainwashed, but God had to rewash my brain. And I just thank God that he did. But, you know, that identity theft, that's a very appropriate topic because, you know, I identify with being a boy and I identify with being a man. It's what I thought was a man, but God said not so.
My God, Demond, please chime in on that.
Yeah, that is so true. Myself, I walked through the homosexual lifestyle. Basically, all my life, tried. You know, there were so many things that I allowed to stake my identity, and it was experience, emotions, feelings, and all these things. All these things were like the foundation, was like the platform for my confusion. And so when I started to walk in it, you know, there were just things that didn't fit. You know, I was just like saying, this was like the framework of something that you know, this is how I feel, this is what I am, these are my likes, so I fit in this category. And I think a lot of people do that. It's just like, you either this or you're that. You can't be what God is. Like, we don't know. We spend our whole life trying to figure out who God says we are. And in the midst of that, we're like going through all these twists and turns, whatever. And sometimes we get caught there.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
we become wherever we land. And so when we're there, it's a struggle because it's like there's still this unsettled piece in you. Like this, I'm not fulfilled. This is not who I am. So you go more. You either go into it deeper, or you just become like this platform or this canvas of just idleness.
My God. So, whew, Jesus. So what was the point of reckoning for the both of you? Because, I mean, if you truly thought you were a man or believed that this is, you know, who you were, looking at people like, no, you know, what you looking at? You gay. You know, that's hilarious. You know, so what was your point of reckoning, Keisha and then Demond?
Well, my point of reckoning was I went to prison, and by going to prison, you know, I still came home, and I was like, you know, I still had a girlfriend, I still had a house, but I made a commitment to God. I said, even though I was in that lifestyle, I still love God, and I said, I make a commitment to God to make sure I go back to church, and I'm going to go back to church no matter how the church people look at me, how they turn their nose up at me. And so by me going to church and continue, every time the doors is open, I was going in, God started to do something to transform my heart. He started to peel layers off of me. And just one day he gave me this dream. I'm a dreamer. And he gave me this dreamer. And he told me, he said, if you don't stop, I'm going to cut your lifeline off. And Demond is my husband today, but he wasn't then. And he actually chopped my pinky off. And blood started gushing out. And I was like, I can't do
Literally?
this. No, not literally.
Oh, I'm like, what?
The dream,
I was like, that
it's
ain't
a dream.
I'm like, that wasn't God.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a minute, that was a dream.
It was a dream, and so I was supposed to be on church on that Sunday morning, and I woke up in the bed with my girlfriend. I said, I can't do this no more. I was crying. I went to the church, and when I went to the church, they were dismissing, and the man of God said, Keisha, come here. And I said, what? He said, God said, you won't stay there, you won't move. And I moved, and I never went back. And so, you know, it was just that, you know, you got to let the people come to church and allow God to, don't clean them up on the outside. Allow God to clean them up on the inside. And when you allow them to be clean on the inside, then God will move on their heart, and then they will be transformed.
Wow. Demond, so then how did you connect with Keisha at that point?
That was because I was at my break. I was at my end point. And so I had hit that wall. And there was just like a lot of loneliness. And I'm like, God, I know this is not the life that you want for me. And I began to pray. I reached out to the prayer warriors and, you know, my friends. And I said, you know, I do believe that God wants a wife. Like, I'm supposed to be married. I want, you know, this woman. Not knowing that she was in the church or whatever, God was doing whatever he was doing to her or whatever. And it was just, you know, it just happened. You know, it was destiny. It was complete destiny. Like when I saw her, she was in her, you know, man clothes, thinking she a man and all this other kind of stuff, whatever. And I looked like I could see past it, and I was like, man, she looked good, you know. And what I saw on that inside, this started to like manifest outwardly. So people like saw her, you know, started seeing her wearing clothes, and they were, oh, you know, this and that or whatever. And it was just like, you know, God was doing something, because it's like how he got me to that point. It's just like, it was just like a dark place. It was a really dark place. And I felt like I was killing myself. And the Lord know that I was killing myself because I was chasing after so many things. It was prostitution. It was drugs. It was promiscuity. It was just so many things. I was like falling so deep in this thing. And God just like stopped everything. And I remember one day, it was like a dark, gloomy, cloudy day. And I walked outside. I'm not even knowing God like that. And I said, God, if you're real, just give me a sign. And then the sun just started shining.
Wow.
And I just started, and I cried. And I'm like, you know, I have to look at like what you're doing. This is real.
Yeah.
I have to believe that this is real. If anybody else don't believe it's real, I gotta believe that it's real.
Yeah.
Although that I walked in it, everybody's like, you walk like this, you act like that, you do this, you don't, you know, you born that way. This is who you are. I had
People
to
trying
believe
to tell
that
you
God.
who you are.
I had to believe that God was doing something different, and because I believed, and I went in there crazy enough, it just started to happen. Things just started to happen. Things just started to blossom. Keisha came. You know, we courted, we got married, we had two beautiful kids, got one on the way.
I know.
God is just like doing some amazing things just because on the fact that, you know, we believe. You know, we were just crazy enough to believe.
Oh my God! Oh my God! We need a whole hour. We have 1 minute left on the show. I don't even want to stop. But okay, let me tell you. Okay, so here's your kingdom solution for real world issues. Oh my God, I love you guys so much. Thank you for sharing. So what I'm hearing with Damon and Keisha is that it's a process.
Yes.
It is a process. You guys, when you get a mindset to want to change. Like Keisha said, she got the mindset. She still came back and she was with a girlfriend. It was a process. She still was going to church and was with a girlfriend. Damon was still in a place of darkness and trying to figure out himself. And everybody was telling him what he looked like on the outside. Even though God was changing his heart.
God, thank you, Father.
See on the inside.
Yes, God.
Woo! My
Lord.
God. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. It is a blessing to be touched by the hand of the Father. So I'm so thankful for all of my guests today. Everything that we talked about from Hot Topics. Thank you, Johanna, for coming on the show. Thank you, Courtney Epps Howard. Make sure you cop that album. Oh my God, Kathy Harris. Make sure you check out the comedy show. All the events that are going on in the city. There are some amazing things happening, and you get to be a part of it. Make sure you tune into Saving the City every Wednesday, 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. right here on 101.3 FM, or catch me live on Facebook Live. I'm here. I'm live. We're making it happen. I don't know what we're gonna do with Keisha and Damon, but I need a whole movie. I think I need a series.
It's a book coming.
I need the book is coming. The book is coming. But anyway, guys, that's been it. I'll see you next week. Love you so much. Woo! John, I was about to go all